let's go. Well, the only things we know here is the general term. We can throw it into the general term formula, right? So for each of these, we got to set each of these up, and then we're going to treat it like systems of equations. Solve for the variables we don't have, probably a and d, right? And then we can use it for this one. So the nth term equals a plus n minus 1 times d, right? And this could be L, right? The nth term could be L, but we'll just leave it like this. Plug it in for both of them. The nth term here, negative 59, is equal to, we don't know what a is, plus n is 14, so 14 minus 1 is 13d. Perfect. And if I do the second, same thing with the second set of information they give us, the negative 9 is equal to a plus 4 minus 1 is 3d, right? Now I've got two equations, same set of information, so the same first term, same difference, all that kind of junk. If I subtract them, what's going to disappear? A, and I can figure out d, and then with d, I can plug it back into one of them, right? So like in the systems unit, I gave you the equations and said solve it. This is actually grade 10 now because they deal with the linear and one nonlinear, but they do the linear systems, and you guys do the nonlinear. So when I do that, I get negative 59 plus 9, negative 50. A's cancel. This becomes minus 3d, so 13 subtract 3 is 10d. So I'm going to divide by 10 and divide by 10. So our difference is negative 5. Which one do you want to plug it into? First one or second one? Sure, I like the second one too. So we'll go negative 9 equals a plus 3 times negative 5. It's negative 15, right? So add that over. So add the 15 over. That'll go. So I get 6 is our first term. Right? So that's our first term. Well, now we got the first term. We got the difference. We know how many terms we've got. We can just plug it into that general term formula, right? So T12 equals 6 plus 12 minus 1 is 11 times negative 5. Well, the 12th term. Negative 55 plus 6, negative 49. And that question you should rock out all the time. This one? Yeah. Well, minus or add whatever you can do to get rid of one of the variables, right? Yeah, well, you did it in your assignments. Any others? I know there's more. Yeah, we can. You got a question? Okay. You're all right with that, though, Sarah? Well, we kind of use the same ones over and over. Do you got? Okay, we'll come back to it. Caitlin? 5th of 7 means. Find the 5th of 7 means, yeah. Between what? Negative 44. Now remember means, you guys, what they are. They're the numbers in between. So how many terms are we actually talking total here? How many terms are there? There's not 7. There's 9. So you can use that to your advantage, right? So if the 5th mean, that's really what term? The 6th. So we can do that kind of stuff. So if we go like this, we know A and we know L. We know that. What can I use for N? 6. Right? I can use 6. This is just one way of doing it. So if I set up the formula, Tn or L equals A plus N minus 1 times d. I don't know where we're going with this, but we'll see what happens. I get negative 44 equals 12 plus 6, we said, right? Because the fifth mean is actually the sixth term in the lineup. So 6 minus 1 is 5. We don't know the difference now. There's the key, right? The difference. Okay? We can get that, though. We can get that. Use that difference formula, the L minus A over K plus 1, right? Well, let's go do it. See what happens. Minus 56 equals 5D. Something's gone hairy here, right? Because I'm going to subtract the 12. Divide by 5. Watch. If we do the difference equals L minus A over K plus 1. Okay? Oh, we used the wrong terms here, guys. This is all totally wrong. I apologize. We're saying that the sixth term is negative 44. My bad. Sorry about that. Yeah. Here. We're looking for T6. And the first term is 12 plus 5 times D. There. Sorry about that, guys. So the sixth term is what we're looking for. I put the last term in. Okay. So we need difference. Difference. Here's where we plug in the negative 44. Minus 12 over K plus 1. Now, how many means are there? 7. There's 7 means, right, in between those two. So divide by 8. So the difference, negative 56 divided by 8. What's the difference? Negative 7. So we need that number. Plug that back up into there. Now we can find the sixth term, or the fifth mean. 12. 5 times negative 7 is negative 35. The sixth term is going to be negative 23. There it is. Okay? The other thing we could do, and this is what lots of people will end up doing, is we need the difference. If we find the difference, because we know the last term, we know the first term, we know how many means there are total. Once I get negative 7, I could basically go from 12 to what? What would be the first mean? What's the second term? 5. Then to negative 2, negative 9, negative 16, negative 23. You can just do it like that instead of plugging it into the formula. Okay. Any others? Is there a geometric one? That's about as hard as they'll get for arithmetic. You've got a geometric one? Let's hear it. Negative 1,000? T4. So T4 equals negative 1,000. Yep. Equals 1? Sweet. T2. So now, we're talking geometrics, Sarah. So what do you do with all your arithmetic formulas? Do you use them? Do you use them? No. You use geometric ones. Well, we know that this formula, what is it? AR to the n minus 1? Right? That's what the general term formula is for geometric. Yeah. Let's set that up. Okay. Under geometric, right? Very first one. The nth term. Yeah. Well, we know n is 4 for this one, so let's go. That fourth term is 1,000 equals AR. 4 minus 1 is 3. We'll do the same thing here again. 1 equals AR to the 7 minus 1 is 6. Now, the only difference is right here. In arithmetics, what can we do? We can subtract, okay, our systems. With geometrics, we have to isolate a variable, okay? So what variable looks like the easiest one here? A? Okay, so then we get A equals negative 1,000 divided by r cubed in this one. And in this one, we get A equals 1 divided by r to the 6. Because we have to find A and the common ratio, because that's what's common in the whole works of it. I'm going to put a question mark there. Now I can set these two things equal. Okay? So I got 1 over r to the 6 is equal to negative 1,000 over r cubed. I got to get all my variables on one side, all my numbers on the other to solve for it. So what am I going to do with this r to the 6 here? Cross multiply, right? Take it up, take the negative 1,000 down. Caitlin, can you grab the door? I get 1 over negative 1,000 is equal to r sixth over r cubed. Hey, Mr. Noah, what's that? Winnipeg. No, Saturday or Sunday. Yeah. Important. That's right. So we got r cubed. See where I got r cubed from here? Because what do I got to do with my exponents here? Subtract them, so, or cancel them, whatever you want to call it, right? 3r's or r cubed, cancel out. And I'm left with the negative 1 over 1,000. Well, how do I solve for r now? Cube root it. Cube root it. Cube root it. That goes, I get r equals negative 1 over 10. Right? Negative 1/10. You can do that in a calculator if you have to. So there's the first part. What can I do with my ratio now? Plug it into one of them. Right? Plug it in. So if we plug it into the first, let's go into the second one. Just makes life a little bit wilder. We're going to get positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. So A, when I get rid of that 1 over, what is that, a million, equals a million. 1 million. Okay? Because I'm just multiplying that million up times the 1, guys. We're left with A. So there's our first term. 6, right? Because there was an exponent of 6. So I can take that now, put the T2 thing going on here now, Sarah. Okay, so when we do that one, switch this for notes. So let's see here. I'm going to erase this stuff here and I'll put it right here. T2. Our first term was a million. Our ratio was negative 1/10. 2 minus 1 is just 1. So our second term is negative 5, I guess, zeros, eh? So negative 100,000. Is that right? Positive? No, it's negative. Oh, well, call yourself lucky.